Welcome students. Today we're going to do the in-text numericals of chapter motion. Let us start. First we have numerical on page number 100, the question number 2. It says, the question is, a farmer moves along the boundary of a square field of side 10 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the magnitude of displacement and displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds from its initial position? So we have a square field whose each side measures 10 meter. Let us consider the square field to be ABCD, whose each side measures 10 meters, and a farmer completes one round in 40 seconds. So we have to tell, if the farmer moves for 2 minutes and 20 seconds, what will be the magnitude of displacement at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds starting from its initial position. Given time is 2 minutes and 20 seconds, which is 140 seconds. Number of rounds in 140 seconds will be 3.5 rounds. So if the farmer starts from A, it will complete 3 rounds and it will cover one more half round. So it will stop at C. So if farmer starts from A, then at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds, the farmer will stop at point C. So the displacement will be AC. Hence, the displacement will be equal to AC. Now, to find AC, take triangle ABC, which is a right angle triangle. Using Pythagoras theorem, we have AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. We have AC square equals to, each side is 10 meters, if you solve for 200, it will be 10 to 2 meters. As the displacement of the farmer AC will be AC, which will be equal to 10 to 2 meters. Now coming to page number 102. Question number 5. It's an easy question. During an experiment, a signal from a spaceship reached the ground station in 5 minutes. What was the distance of the spaceship from the ground station? The signal travels at the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the raised power 8 meter per second. We have been given that the time taken by the signal is 5 minutes, which is, converting into seconds, 300 seconds. And the speed at which the signal travels is by speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the raised power 8 meter per second. We know speed equals distance covered per unit time, or distance will be equal to speed multiplied by the time. So we have distance covered by the signal will be equal to 3 into 10 to the raised power 8 into 300, which will be 3 3s are 9 into 10 to the raised power 8. We have 2 more zeros, so it would be 10 to the raised power 10 meters. So the distance covered by the signal will be 9 into 10 to the raised power 10 meters. Now moving to next question at page number 103. The question says a bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. We have been given that the initial velocity or the initial speed is 80 km per hour. It decreases its speed to 60 km per hour. Very firstly, we'll convert them into meter per second by multiplying by 5 upon 18. So we have, this will be 200 upon 9 meters per second. This will be 150 upon 9 meter per second. And the time is 5 seconds. Using the formula of acceleration, we know the acceleration is given by A equals V minus U upon T. Upon 5. This is the velocity in the final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. It would be minus 10 upon 9 meter per second square, or minus 911 meter per second square. This will be the value of acceleration when the bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Next we have question number 3 at the same page. A train starting from a railway station and moving with uniform acceleration, it attains a velocity of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Find its acceleration. We have been given that the train starts from rest or starts from railway station. So the initial velocity of the train will be 0 meters per second. We have final velocity of train as 40 km per hour, which it reaches in 10 minutes. We'll convert this into meters per second firstly. It would be 100 upon 9 meter per second, and converting minutes into seconds, it will be 600 seconds. Simply using the formula of acceleration, the answer will be 1 upon 54 meter per second square. This will be the formula for acceleration. This will be the answer for the acceleration for the following question. Next we have numerical on page number 109. The question says a bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. We have to find the speed acquired and the distance traveled by the bus. The question says the bus starting from rest, that is the initial velocity will be 0. It moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meters per second square, and the time it takes is 2 minutes, which will be equal to 120 seconds. So firstly we have to find out the speed acquired, that is the final velocity, using first equation of motion, which we have v equals to u plus at. The answer will be 12 meter per second. The acceleration will be 12, the velocity acquired will be 12 meters per second. The B part says the distance traveled, that is we have to find out the s using second equation of motion. We have s equals ut plus half at square. Putting values, it will be 720 meters. This is the value of distance covered by the bus in 2 minutes. Moving to question number 2. The question says, a train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. The train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. This will be the initial velocity. Brakes are applied, that is finally it comes to rest, that is the final velocity 0 meters per second. We'll convert this into meters per second. (25 meters per second), and the acceleration given is 0.5 meters per second square. We have to find out how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. We have to find out the distance covered using second equation of motion, which is s equals to ut plus half at square. Sorry, we'll not make use of this equation, we'll make use of third equation of motion. Which says v square minus u square equals to 2as. The acceleration is negative, you must not forget this. Two into 0.5 is minus 1. Negative negative gets cancelled, so the distance covered is 625 meters. Question number 3. It says a trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeters per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? It says velocity 3 seconds after the start. Anything which starts from rest has initial velocity 0. So the u initial velocity is 0 meters per second. It has an acceleration of 2 centimeters per second square, and the time given is 3 seconds. Here we can take the velocity in centimeters per second. So initial velocity we can take in 0 centimeters per second. Acceleration is centimeter per second square. Time is 3 seconds. We'll find out the acceleration. We have to find out its velocity 3 seconds after the start. That is, we have to find out the final velocity. So we'll make use of first equation of motion, which says v equals u plus at, which will be 6 centimeters per second. This will be the value of the speed acquired at the end of 3 seconds with an acceleration of 2 centimeters per second square. Next we have question number 4, which says a racing car has an uniform acceleration of 4 meters per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after the start? It says after the start, so again the initial velocity will be 0 meters per second. The acceleration given is 4 meters per second square. The time is 10 seconds. We have to find out the distance covered after the 10 seconds. We'll make use of second equation of motion, which says s equals to ut plus half at square. On solving, it comes out to be 200 meters. Last question on page number 110. The question says a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meters per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meters per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? It says the stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Whenever anything, a stone or a ball, is thrown upwards, its initial velocity is, its final velocity is 0. Whenever we throw any object upwards, its final velocity is 0. So the velocity that is being given here is your initial velocity. So the initial velocity is 5 meters per second. The final velocity will be 0 meters per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, acceleration is 10 meters per second square in downward direction. We have to find out the height attained and the time it takes to reach there. The acceleration is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction. Then it will be minus 10 meter per second square in the upward direction. The acceleration is negative whenever an object goes upwards because the velocity decreases with time. As a result of this, the acceleration is negative. Whereas when an object falls towards the surface of the earth, its acceleration is positive because the velocity increases with time. So very firstly, we have to find out the height attained. Here the height attained will be equal to the distance covered. So basically we have to find out S using third equation of motion. We have v square minus u square equals to 2as, that is 0 minus 5 square into minus 10 into s, that is minus 25 to minus 20 into s. On solving, it comes out to be 1.25 meters. This is the distance covered by, this is the height attained by the stone when it is thrown in vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meters per second with an acceleration of 10 meter per second square in the downward direction. Now we have to find out the time that it takes. To find out the time that it takes, simply we can make use of the first equation of motion. 0 equals 5 plus acceleration is in negative time will be 0.5 seconds. This will be the time that the stone takes to reach at the height of 1.25 meters with a velocity of 5 meters per second. So students, these were your numericals, in-text numericals of chapter motion. In the next video we will be solving the numerical of exercises of this chapter. So stay tuned. Thank you.